Today's workout is a yoga flow workout. Take this yoga practice into your own heart and decide what you need out of it today, whether it needs to be a stress reliever or a strength-based workout. Take your yoga practice for you today. Take some deep breaths in and exhale, hands to heart. Deep breath in. Continue that flow, build some heat. One more breath. And bring your hands down to mountain pose. Shifting the weight of your body backwards, forwards, side to side. Feeling the feet against the floor and the connection of the feet as the body shifts its weight. Take your arms up with a deep breath. Exhale, lift higher, engage abdominals, lean back a little. Come back to center, drop one arm to the side. And inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop to the other side. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, drop. Inhale up. And exhale, drop. And lift up. Circle the arms around the side. Take a deep breath in. Bring your hands into heart. Soften your knees. Lift one heel. Lift the other heel. And go back and forth from heel to heel as you find your flow. Deep breath in. Exhale, hands behind back, make two fists. Open up the heart, chest, and release over the legs. Release your head, roll up. Deep breath in. Exhale, place the fists on your low back. Open the chest, the heart, the shoulders, the chin. And release down. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, hands to fist. Open the heart. Release down to the legs. And roll back up. Take a deep breath in. Sit down into a small chair. Engage the belly. Lift the right heel. Lift the entire foot off the floor. Circle the ankle. Find the strength in the left leg. Reverse the circle. And release down. Deep breath in. Hands to center, heart. Sit down into chair. Lift the left heel. Shift the weight into the right leg. Lift the foot and circle the ankle. Reverse the circle. Set the foot down. Open the heart. Lift up and down. Inhale up. Exhale down. Inhale up. Exhale down. And inhale up. Exhale down, hold. Rotate with a small twist from side to side. Find your own movement. Let the breath motivate. Bring the hands down to the legs. Cat-cow. Come back into your cat. Reverse one all the way up. Bring your hands into heart. Come to the top of your mat. Sun salutations up. Swan dive forward. Come up halfway to monkey. Release to floor. Walk your hands back into your first down dog. Soften into the knees. Lift the heels. The tailbone up and pull the elbows toward your ears. Tread your feet. Lift both heels And in a squat, pull the hips back into the heels and then back up to the down dog. Pull down as you warm the arches of your feet, warm the legs, pull the weight back into the hips and back up, back into the hips and back up. Find the down dog, walk your hands back forward to the top of your mat, come up halfway, release to forward fold, reverse swan all the way up, and bring your hands into heart. Sit down into chair. Step back with your right leg. Open your heart. Come back into chair, hands to heart. Step back with your left leg. Open heart. Come back in. Step back with right leg. Open heart. Come back in. Left leg, stabilize, then open. Melt into the move and come back in. One more time on each side. Hold here. Reach the arms forward, drop the head to bear. Bring the hands back in, reach up. Bring the hands into heart. Reach forward to bear. Pull into the heart and reach up. Pull into the heart. Reach forward to bear. Come back into the heart. Step back into your right leg lunge. Reach forward into high lunge. Bring the arms right next to the ears. Soften into a back arch. Or a crescent lunge and reach forward again. Lift up. And as you exhale, bring the elbows to the side, lower the knee, and reach back up. And pull down. And reach back up. And pull down. And reach up. One more time, pull down. Bring your heart, hands to heart. Open to the side. Bring the elbows in. Exhale, lift. Inhale, come down. Reach up. Reach up. And pull. Moon salutation, lift. And come back down. One more big lift, hold. In a sunflower to the back of your mat. Circle into your legs, circle into the torso. Find your flow. Find your breath. Take it one more time. Bring it back to center heart. Face the front of your mat in your lunge. Step forward. Reverse swan all the way up. Bring your hands to heart. Step back with your left leg into a lunge. Reach your arms forward into the high lunge position. Soften into crescent lunge, lifting and reaching back forward. And lifting and reaching forward. On the next one, lift. Open the elbows, drop deeper and lift. And lift. Energy through the back, heat through the legs, softness through the energy, hold. Turn to the open side, elbows in, inhale up, exhale down. Moon salutation up, and come down. Moon salutation up, and come down. And take that one more time. Exhale down. Reach up, sunflower to the back of your mat. Drop down, around and up. Sunflower to the back of the mat. Find your flow. One more time. Bring your hands to heart. Turn to the front of your mat into your lunge. Step together, reverse swan all the way up. Bring your hands to heart. Sun salutations, reach up. Swan dive forward. Come up halfway to monkey. Exhale, release. Walk back into down dog. Pull the elbows towards the ears. Feel the hands connect with the mat, the tailbone high, a little softness in the back of your knees. Transition to plank. This can be done on knees as an option. Lower halfway, or lower all the way to the floor. Lift up to the cobra or up dog, and come down. Tuck the toes, pull the hips up into the downward dog position, and walk your feet forward to the front edge of your mat. Come up halfway, exhale, release, reverse swan all the way up, exhale, hands to heart. Find the flow as you reach up, swan dive forward, come up halfway to monkey, release, walk back to the down dog. Soften into the knees. Stretch through that low back. Feel the elbows pull to the ears. Transition to plank. Option to be on knees. Lower to the floor. Up dog or cobra, whatever your back is ready for. Release the chest. Tuck the toes. Downward facing dog. Walk your feet back to the front. Come up halfway. Release, reverse swan, and bring your hands to heart. Lift up, forward fold. Come up halfway to monkey. Release to floor. Walk back to the downward dog position and hold. From here, soften your knees. Lift the head so it stays in alignment with your spine and engage the downward dog back up to the hips. Soften, lowering your knees. Put a little bend in your elbows and lift back to the down dog. Find your flow as you soften and lower knees. Little push up through the tricep and push back up. And push back up. This time, come all the way down. Onto the hands and knees. In opposition, reach your right leg or right hand forward, left leg back. Exhale, release. Inhale, reach. Exhale, release. Alternate between the hands and the feet and let your breath motivate the move. On the next one, hold. Gently pull open to opposite sides and feel through the side of the body. Exhale, come back to center. Release down. Switching sides. Inhale, and as you exhale, open to the opposite sides. Come back to center. Release the hands. Sit back into child's pose, release. Come back into your downward dog. Now take your right leg high to the sky into a three-legged dog. Flex the foot. Lengthen the toe. Shift the weight of the right leg to the side, only enough to feel the challenge of the upper body, the core strength. Reach back up and let the leg float back down. Left leg high, three-legged dog. Flex the foot. Lengthen the toe. Let the leg come off to the side. Feel the strength of the upper body, the core as the body weight of the leg shifts. Come back up to the three-legged dog high. and come down to downward facing dog. Plank. Lower to the floor. Upward facing dog. Release back into floor. Downward facing dog. Walk your feet to the front edge of your mat. Come up halfway. Exhale, release, reverse swan island all the way up. Bring it into heart. Adding on to the sun salutation, lift up. Swan dive forward. Come up halfway. Release to floor. Walk back to the downward facing dog. Extend the right leg high to the sky. Three-legged dog. Step forward between the two hands. Transition the back heel and come up to the warrior one. Find the strength in your front leg. Open to warrior two and reach the fingers in opposite directions. Feel that shin bone of your front leg pushing forward and deepen the strength. Reverse warrior. And come down to side angle. Find your flow as you go from reverse warrior to your side angle, repeating it a few times with each breath. Find that warrior two again. Reposition that front leg and feel the heels in alignment. The back foot on the back edge. Take the hands behind your back, open the heart, and lean forward to a diagonal line. Into humble warrior hold. Take 2 breathing cycles. Come back to reverse warrior. Side angle. Now be careful not to rest the elbow on the leg. So test your strength as you release your elbow and reach out to the side. Take 2 breathing cycles here. One more. Bring it back to the knee, reverse warrior. Come all the way down, bring the hands to the floor, turn your back leg, take your front leg, kick it back up. Transition to your plank with the option of keeping that foot off the ground. Lower to the floor. Upward facing dog, let the legs release to floor. Release down, exhale. Downward facing dog. Left leg high to the sky. Giant step forward between the 2 hands. Transition the heel in, the toes out. Line the 2 heels up. As you engage the leg to lift the body, come up to warrior one. Shift the knee forward. And open to warrior two. Feel your fingertips pull. Reverse warrior, exhale. And then side angle. Flow from reverse warrior to side angle on your own breath, finding your own flow. Come back to warrior two. Reposition that front foot. Take the hands behind the back, interlock, open heart. Lean forward to a forward diagonal. Find the strength in that front leg and take 2 breathing cycles. Come back up to reverse warrior. Into side angle. In the strength of the leg and the side body, lift the elbow and reach out. Take 2 breathing cycles here. Reverse warrior. Come down all the way to the floor, turn your back foot, kick your front foot back up into the 3-legged dog. Transition to plank with the option of bringing the foot down or leaving the foot off. Lower to the floor. Upward facing dog. Lower the chest. Downward facing dog. Hold. Take the right leg high into the 3-legged dog. Now pull the knee into the chest as you lower the pelvis. And then lift back up into the 3-legged dog. Take that again, pull it to the chest. Hold. Touch the floor with the knee. Bring it back up. Touch the floor down and come back up. Bring the nose to the knee, knee to nose into a cheetah pose. Kick the leg back up to 3-legged dog. Transition to plank, option of leaving the leg up. Lower to the floor. Upward facing dog, release leg. Exhale, release chest. Downward facing dog. Transition left leg high to the sky. Bring the knee to the chest, lifting the forehead. And kick it back up high. Pull it to the chest again. And kick it back up. On the next one, pull to the chest, hold your position. Touch the knee to the floor. Pull back up. Take that again one more time. Pull back up. Pull the nose to the knee, knee to nose into the cheetah pose. Kick the leg back up high. As you transition to plank, the foot can stay up or it can come down to a 2-legged plank, lower to the floor. Sweep up into the upward dog, releasing both legs. Tuck the toes, come into your downward facing dog. Tread the feet. Lower the knees to floor. Sit back into child's pose. And give it a little rest. As you come up onto hands and knees, transition to the plank, 2-legged down. Right leg steps around to the outside of the right pinky, pushing forward into that stretch. Now this is a combination of strength, but also stretch. So here's your stretch. Now the back foot is your left foot. Lift the heel a little higher, come up onto your toes, shift your weight forward. Belly button comes up and in. As you release your left foot, pull the knee forward and lift the hips slightly as you balance on one leg, 2 hands. Release the right hand up. Now this gets a little tricky. Stay there and balance, take a couple of deep breaths. Your right foot is on the floor, your left foot is behind you. Bring your left foot forward and grab it with your right hand. Lower the hips, bringing the leg back through and lift your head. Now the leg that you have in your hand can be straight or it can be bent depending on the length of your leg and the length of your arms. Take 2 breathing cycles in this position. As you release your left foot, step back into your lunge. Step back into plank. Take the left foot to the left side of the hand. Push through your pelvis and enjoy the stretch. with your back foot. Lift your heel, so your back foot's your right foot. Shift your weight forward, engage your tummy, and pull that right knee forward with your hips slightly elevated. Find your balance. And then take your left hand off, balancing on your left foot and your right hand. Breathe. Tricky part. Right foot behind you, pull it through the middle, take hold of the toes. Lower the hip, lift the head, and then if you've got that length in your leg, go ahead and extend. If not, keep it bent. Take 2 breathing cycles here. Push the floor away with that right hand. Then with that foot, step back into your lunge. Step back into your plank. Lower to the floor. Come up into the upward facing dog. Release the chest. Downward facing dog. Walk the feet forward to the front edge of your mat into a forward fold. Come up halfway. Exhale, release. Reverse swan all the way up. Bring your hands into your heart. Soften into chair. Now strengthen into chair as you sink a little deeper. Open your elbows. Reach the arms out to the side. Take the arms above your head and sink deep into the hips. Bring the arms behind you. Lift your right heel. Put it down. Lift your left heel. Keep the heart open and elevate both heels. Feel the inner thighs pull together as you go into your flying chair. Lower the heels, hands to heart. Right foot steps back into high lunge. Reach the arms forward. Arch back into crescent lunge. And then reach way forward into a rocket lunge, shifting most of the weight into the front leg. Bring the hands to heart. Rotate a twist over the front leg. Option to lower the elbow all the way down to the thigh. Feel your hands connect to each other, the elbow up, and rotate the head upward. Bring your hands back to center. Step forward into your lunge, or your feet together. Release, reverse swan. Shake off the legs. Sit deep into your chair. Open the elbows. Feel the back. Reach the arms out to the side. Bring the arms over the head. Sink a little deeper into the chair. Swing the arms behind you, open chest. Lift one heel at a time. Both heels to flying chair. Squeeze those inner thighs towards each other, as if they have a magnet drawing towards each other. Lower the heels, hands to heart. Left leg steps back. Reach forward to high lunge. Arch back to crescent. Now reach far forward into rocket, feeling the weight shifting to the front leg. Keep the weight forward as you bring your hands to heart and rotate over the front leg. Drop the elbow if you would like to go that deep. Push the hands and the energy into each other and lift that high elbow. And turn your head, adding even more of a challenge. Release, hands to heart. Step forward. Reverse swan all the way up. Bring the hands to heart. Going into some balance work. With the hands at your heart, pick up your right knee. Find that pelvic triangle that engages your balance and feel your foot connect. Now, if you're wobbly on carpet or a thick mat, that can affect balance. You may want to try this on the floor, something that's more level. Next move, open the knee. Because this is a flow class, we'll be going from one move to the next on these balance poses. So this is your tree. Bring the knee up in front of you, a little bit higher, and the arms come up into a flying eagle. Transition the foot behind you as you bring your arms to your side, and then reach out as you go into your warrior three. Let's flow those moves again. Bring the knee in, hands to heart. Open the knee to tree. Bring the knee forward, arms up to flying eagle. Transition to warrior three by bringing the arms down, foot back, arms forward. Flow one more time with the knee coming in, hands to heart to center. Open the knee, tree. Lift the knee in front of you, arms high to flying eagle. Feel the spine long. Bring the arms down, shift the leg back, reach forward, warrior three. Wah. Release down to mountain pose and shake off the legs. Transition to the other side. Bring the knee up, hands to heart, left leg up. Open the knee to tree. Bring the knee in front of you with the arms high, elevate, spine long, flying eagle. Arms down to side, transition leg behind you, warrior three. Bring the hands to heart. Center, open the knee to tree. Knee comes in front of you, flying eagle. Arms come down to side, warrior three. One last time, flow through. Knee, center, heart. The knee. Lift knee. Posture. Arms down. Reach forward. Warrior three. Let the leg float. Hands to mountain. Shake off the legs. Come down into your child's pose position. Release. Take a few deep breaths here. Come up onto hands and knees. Slide your left hand underneath the right, coming down onto your shoulder and the side of your head. Find your balance. And then lift the right knee off the floor. Option to now open the knee to a wider angle. Take a few deep breaths. If you're ready for more, extend the foot forward to a longer lever length and take a few deep breaths. Bring the knee back in and let it float down as you bring your left arm back through. Transition the right arm underneath. side of the head, side of the shoulder. Lift that left knee off the floor and take a few deep breaths. Open the knee and take a few deep breaths. Now these are transitions that get harder as they go. So again, respect your own yoga practice, and if you're ready for more, extend the leg to a long lever and take a few deep breaths. Bring the knee back in, let it float down, bring the arm back through. Pull back into child's pose. Reach actively in front of you with the fingertips. Lift the hips and reach now to one edge of the mat with both hands as you pull back through the opposite hip. Lift up onto your fingertips and stretch the wrist. Walk your hands back through and pull back through the opposite hip. Come up onto those fingertips, stretch the wrist. And as you come back to the middle, come into a seated position. Hands under thighs for a little bit of core work. Lean back with your chest, or with your back and your head, and open your chest. Bring it to your tiptoes. Open the chest. Lift the feet. Open the posture. Open the heart. Next option, release the arms forward. Open the heart. Cross your favorite leg over the top. Open your heart. Now really open your heart. Pull it back in. Open. Pull back in. Open. Pull back in. And on the next breath, open one more time. Come back in. Uncross the legs. Grab hold of the legs. Pull them to you. Open the heart. Place the feet down. Roll all the way down to your back with the knees bent, feet to floor. Hands at your side. Feet in close. Bridge the hips up. Feel the back of the legs. Now bridge high enough that you start to feel the front of your legs. And then pull the inner thighs towards each other to feel the inner thighs attract. Keeping those inner thighs pulling together, release the right foot off the floor in a bent position at about 90 degrees. Take a few deep breaths here. And notice your left leg pulling to the midline to support the inner thigh work. Now on the flow, just touch your toe down and bring it back up with your own flow, with your own breath, keeping the hip off the floor and that left leg stable. Come back up, hold, release the hip down, push back up, and extend that leg high. Open it out to the side. Pull it back in. Find your flow as you open and close that top leg a few times, paying most attention to the left leg that's stabilizing the move. One more time. Bring that knee in, foot to floor, release the hips. We've repositioned the heels in close and bridge out. Pull the inner thighs together, feel the front of the legs as well as the back. Support that position as you lift your left leg up to a 90 degree and pull the right leg towards the center line. And then find your flow as you let your toe touch down and back up. And down and up. Bring it back up. Release the hip just a little. Reposition, pull up, inner thigh pull to midline. Extend the leg high. That bottom leg is so important as you let this leg fall open and close. You find your flow, you find your focus, your concentration and your control. One more time. Bring the knee back in. Set the foot down, release the hips. Pull the knees to chest. Let's finish class today with a few stretches. Roll on the back as you pull your knees in close to your chest. Roll side to side as you feel that massage in the back muscles. Now push the knees a little more into your hands so you're rolling a little more on the back of your hips. Come back to middle and circle the knees using your hands to support the legs. Reverse. Rock yourself up to a seated position and open your legs into the cobbler's pose with your feet together. Release the forehead. Now lengthen the back, pulling the top of the head forward, but keeping the chest low. Lift the body, hands to the legs, and then pull into your cat stretch from here. Push forward into the cow stretch so you feel that transition work from the back, and release. And transition, and release. Come up to neutral. Take the left hand to the right thigh, the right hand to the shoulder, or not thigh, shin bone. And then pull back into a rotated twist. Take the right hand to the shin, pull the left hand to the shoulder, and resist as you rotate back. Come back, open the legs into your wide straddle. Drop over into a side bend. Reach to the forward diagonal. You can always use a strap here to help you in your stretches. And lift up and over to the other side. Reach to the forward diagonal. Lift back up and bring both legs together. Arms behind you, open your chest, your shoulders, your heart, and your chin. Release to a forward fold. And sit back up. Cross one leg over. Let's take the right leg over. Option of the leg staying straight or bending or tucking underneath you. Wrap the left arm around the right leg and rotate into your twist. Sit up really tall here through the spine. And come back to center. Reach the right arm high. The left arm underneath you, place it on the back. Drop that right hand and see if you can interlock your fingers or connect the fingers together. We will do this on the other side, and you will most likely notice a difference between the two sides. Most of us are asymmetrical bodies, whether our muscles are just bigger on one side or more flexible on one side or a combination of both. Just notice the difference. You might be able to overlap here, you might be able to touch the fingers, and they may not be touching at all. Now transition the legs. And start with the twist. So the right hand goes around the left leg, rotate and sit up really tall. As you bring yourself back to center, raise the left hand high. Take the other arm, drop it down behind your back. Bring the hands close together and see the difference on this side. Again, you may be more flexible on the other side. You have different sizes of muscles because most of us are asymmetrical and we work differently on one side than the other. Just notice the difference. And on your next exhale, release the stretch. Bring your feet together. Center yourself. Notice how you feel today. Notice if some of the moves were challenging and that you respected your body for what you could do. Take a deep breath in. Bring your hands to heart. Be aware of what you can do, not always of what you can't do. Hold here. Take a few breaths here. Be kind to the body. Respect it. But respect, in my opinion, goes two ways. Know where your limitations are. But respect the body when it's time to push a little further, when the body has the potential to work a little bigger, a little stronger, and when you've seen or felt that progression. So respect both directions. I hope you feel good today. I hope you got out of your yoga practice what you needed. Have a wonderful day. If you're looking for other workouts, subscribe to Fitness with Jenn Allen. There's a lot of Pilates on there, a lot of cardio and interval training work and strength work. And it's always nice to do a little bit of yoga. Namaste.